Hello Plant Tribe and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new here, hello, I'm Nikki. This is my channel, Plants, Pots, and Whatnot. And for you crazy people who just keep coming back for more, welcome back. It is amazing to see you as always. So, for those of you who've been around a while, I may look a little different to you today. Do you notice anything different? I got my braces off. So I've had my braces for 2 years. I got them on in May of 2018, I believe. And they just came off last Wednesday. So it has almost been a week. I'm filming this on Tuesday. I'm hoping to get this out tomorrow, but I have this feeling that I waited a little bit too long to film it. And I'm not sure if the paint and everything is going to be dry, and so if you're seeing this late, I apologize in advance. So today I am going to kind of run you start through finish with this project for my succulents. So I picked up this little, it's like an antique, I don't know if it was for silverware or maybe an old jewelry box. It is extremely heavy though, very, very solid and well made, which is why I think it's antique, because they don't make jack squat to last these days. It looks like it has been painted a couple times. It is painted white currently. It looks like there might have been gold underneath it. I don't know, but we're gonna paint it again, because why not? It is a little rough. I have cleaned it up and got all the dust and grime off of it. And I thought today we would go ahead and paint it with this really pretty chalk paint. It's kind of like a teal sort of color. And I really, really like this paint. I love how it looks. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this a coat of this chalk paint. And then I am going to kind of scuff it up a little bit and then just put a coat of like Mod Podge over the top. And then we're gonna go ahead and get it prepped for planting. And then we're gonna plant it. So I have my work cut out for me today, and I hope you would like to stick around and watch this process, because it's going to be a process. I've been wanting to do this for a year, and gosh darn it, we're going to do it today. So stick around. Let's do it. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of tilt the camera angle down so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I mean, it's nothing crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a couple coats of paint. So let's go ahead and start there. Babe! Can you open this?
What is it?
Chalk paint. I needed a nice strong man.
Oh, it's really gritty.
This is why I keep you around.
Oh.
Just to open containers and kill spiders.
Well, hopefully you never run out of containers to open or spiders. There you are.
Thanks, honey.
You're welcome.
I love you.
I love you too. Goodbye.
Goodbye. This is why we keep men around sometimes, right? I will tell you, these sponge brushes are great for projects like this. Coming from a artsy fartsy crafty background, when you have uneven surfaces like this, these brushes can get all in the nooks and crannies a lot better than a actual like paintbrush. So highly recommend getting you some of these. They're super cheap though. I think I got these ones at the dollar store for like $1. Yeah, and they came in a pack of like 10 or something for $1. Super handy. Highly recommend. You know what? This is taking forever. How was that transition? Okay, so I went ahead and I got it all painted. This actually took a little bit longer than I anticipated. Chalk paint does dry really quickly. Excuse me. But I did have to do a couple coats on it and then just kind of go back and touch it up. So this is what it looks like right now. I decided, let's open it up here. On this back part, let me see if you can see that from there. So on this back part, I just kind of gave it a, this is actually 2 coats, believe it or not. And I think for now, I'm just gonna leave that as is. I think it would take a whole lot. I'm hoping it ends up looking okay. So then I got thinking, how am I going to prop this open in order for it to, because I don't want to leave it all the way open. I kind of want it sort of like this, I guess. So I always keep all of my extra chopsticks. So this would be perfect. This bottom in here is kind of, it's got the same sort of stuff here. So it is kind of non-slip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I think I'm just going to, I had it there a minute ago. I think I'm just going to actually glue it to the side. I have some wood glue. So what I'm going to do is paint this piece first, the same color as this, so it kind of blends in a little better. And then I'm just going to wood glue it to the side here. I mean, this would stay like this. It's pretty sturdy. But if anything happens and anybody knocks this, I don't want this lid slamming shut on all of my succulents that will be in here, obviously. So let's go ahead and just paint this little stick. It doesn't have to be perfect. And because this is fresh raw wood, it should actually hold the paint a little better than that did. At least that's the theory. Okay. You mainly just need the top, really, because the bottom part is going to be in the soil. Okay, there we go. So we'll set that aside to dry, and we will move on to the next step. Okay. So the next step I want to do is I just want to scuff up the edges of this a little bit before I put the coat of Mod Podge on, just to kind of seal it up. Now I thought about using sandpaper, but I think that might be a little bit too aggressive. So I had a really good idea. Let me show you. I got this in a Bath and Body Works kit like forever ago, and I thought that would be a great thing to use. At least I'm hoping so. I never use it for anything that it's supposed to be used for, like your feet or whatever. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let's see if this works. I just want to kind of scuff up. Yes. Look at that. I'm just gonna run it across the top. I just kind of want to make it look a little bit less new. We're gonna scuff up some of the edges, some of the corners, just to make it look a little bit aged. Okay, that's good. So I'm just going to take a cloth and wipe that all down, and then we are ready for our Mod Podge. All right, there we go. So now I'm gonna grab the Mod Podge and we'll go ahead and give it a coat of that. Okay, here's the Mod Podge that I use. I always call it Mod Podge because I think like hodgepodge and then my mind just goes there. Anyway, it's Mod Podge, and I chose the matte one today. I don't want this to look glossy because I feel like glossy kind of takes away from that antique look. So this is a water-based sealer, glue and finish, so you can use this stuff for like all kinds of different craft projects. It's honestly amazing. I love this stuff. I use it for everything. So, oh, and it's dusty. Clearly I haven't used it in a while. Anyway, so I'm gonna give that a little shake, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just brush this, excuse me, I'm gonna go ahead and brush this on. So it goes on like a white, but it will dry clear. I just want to make sure. It's nice that it actually goes on white because you can kind of see where you put it. This brush was probably not the best idea, to be honest. I wanted to use another sponge brush, however it looks like I just used the last one. So this is gonna have to do. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of this, and then I will come back when it's dry and we will move on to the next step. Okay, so it is all sealed. I gave a coat on that too. I'm really not happy with how that looks, but I mean, it is what it is. So the next thing we have to do is figure out how to what to put in here in order to put the soil in. Now I've decided I'm not going to drill holes in the bottom of this. I'm well versed, I guess, enough in succulents that I'm just gonna basically water the root balls of them, as opposed to giving it a thorough drench. This is not like a long-term sort of scenario for these succulents. You know, if I get like a year or so out of this arrangement, then that is perfectly okay with me. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna take a grocery bag and just kind of cut it so that it sits in the bottom portion of here. So this should be interesting. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna work all of the cuts in order to make it fit, but we are going to sure give it the old college try. So you can watch me struggle with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab one that I think might fit, and then I'm just gonna kind of glue it to the sides and make it as soil tight as possible, just so we don't get any like wood rotting and that kind of thing. So let me go get what I think will work, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm hoping, I've got this kind of propped up so you can see it a little better, so I'm hoping that doesn't fall. But so I got this Freshco bag, so I'm gonna get it all glued in there first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut it down to size. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna use this Mod Podge and put a layer kind of down in there on the spots that I really want it to stick the most. So in the corners, I don't want it to come up too high, so it's probably gonna come up part way up this back, and I do want to put it on fairly thick so that it sticks. So just give it a good coat. Do it really well in the corners there. If I get it up too high, it's not a big deal. It's just an extra coating. Hopefully this works. So I'm going to do it kind of lengthwise. And I'm just going to kind of spread it out. I might have to cut this end actually. Okay, let's go ahead and let that dry then, and we will come back and do the other side. Okay, I got everything in there. It's not pretty by any means, but it is functional. And like I said, you're not gonna see it anyway because there's gonna be soil and all kinds of beautiful succulents in here, so it is fine as is. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and get it filled up with soil. And yeah. So let me grab my succulent soil and we will get this show on the road. Okay, I've got my soil and I'm hoping that I'm gonna have enough here. Don't need sticks. And I'm just gonna set the first couple scoops in just to make sure that it sits flat on the spots that are up a little. I might actually have to make more. I am so excited about this project. I know I've said it already, but like I bought this thing a year ago and I've just been like, I don't know, not doing it, I guess. There we go. Okay, now I can go ahead and yeah, I think I'm definitely gonna need more. Because it does compact quite a bit once you get everything in there. So I'm going to go ahead and mix up some more soil, and again, I will be right back. Okay. No. Sorry, I can't do this where you can see it. I am a righty, not a lefty. Now I think it's going to come up over this line a little bit where I put the plastic. However, I sealed the edges really well so that the soil can't get down into it, and the wood itself is sealed, so we should be okay. And like I said, I'm not planning on drenching this all the way through, so I think we'll be okay. All right. So I'm gonna try to plant this so that it's sitting this way so that you guys can see. And then I think we'll put in the little stake at the end. I just don't want it to get in the way while I'm trying to plant, so. Okay, you know what? I need more soil in there. And then we can just add and remove as necessary. And it's time for the succulents. Okay, so I have a whole bunch of different succulents here. I'm not really sure what I'm gonna use yet. So what I'm gonna do is just throw some music on, and I'm just gonna go ahead and start planting. I might rearrange things a few times. That's the thing with succulents is, you know, if you don't like where it is, you can kind of move it and just keep arranging it until you get a look that you're happy with. So I will just go ahead and put some music on for you guys to listen to, and you can go ahead and watch me figure this thing out. there you go. There is the final thing all cleaned up. I love how it turned out. It turned out better than I anticipated, and I am so jazzed about that. So let me get you in for a closer look. So that is it, guys. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do me a favor and click the like button. This was a long time coming. I apologize. This took forever, but it is what it is, and it's here now. So anyway, that is all. So I want to thank you guys all so much for liking and watching and commenting and subscribing. If you haven't already, please consider doing so. It is a huge help to my channel, and I really do appreciate it. And as always, I would like you guys to have a great day, night, week, month, and year. I love you all, the bitty bits, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah. So anyway, today I am going to go what? These bars and saliva legit